forever. One thing I really do want to talk about is reading. Now, I don't know what's happening about reading really. I know most of you probably, I don't know if all of you read books anymore, or whether you read Kindle and go on the internet and Amazon, and that's how you do most of your reading. I really have no idea.
Well, maybe we can hear from you.
Yeah, perhaps you can. Do you all, what do you do? Do you still read books, or do you mainly concentrate on your computer? Get from yesterday.
Rochelle, let's hear from you. Start the ball rolling.
I like the poets. I would just Google it on the BlackBerry and then read it from there.
So when last did you pick up a book?
I know.
No, I mean, this is the point. So when I'm talking about reading, for me, reading means picking up books quite honestly, and always will. I myself, you'll be surprised to know that I Google, I discover poets that way, but it's not my usual thing. I generally, if I hear about a poet, Philip Levine, for instance, who is a poet that I've just discovered, an American poet, who is an absolutely, in my opinion, wonderful poet. I discovered him the other day, and I could not find the book. So I went to Google it. And that's how I discovered Philip Levine. But I'm still determined to go to a bookshop and get his book, so I can have it in my hand.
But you know, Ian, I'm thinking that in Guyana,
It's a more
rare
essential.
books
Yeah,
are in short supply, and when they are in supply, they tend to be expensive. You know, we don't get the discount books that you can get abroad. That being able to read regularly and a lot, using your BlackBerry, Googling, is reading.
It's not. No, Nanda.
I know.
It's essential. Look, you could be my son's telling me. My son's constantly telling me, Dad, reading? No. I can get what you read. Whether switch quickly. So, no, I know what I'm saying is when I say reading, to me, reading means picking up books. To you, it will mean something else. But it's still all reading. And what I'm trying to get over is that if you're going to be, if you love poetry, if you're going to be poets yourself, read. And read poets as well. I mean, that is so important. I don't think there's anything like reading good poetry in order to write good poetry. If you read enough of it and you have a habit of reading, and there isn't a day, and I swear to you this is true, that I do not read poetry. And that's the reason. Well, I suppose I must read a few days when I didn't, but generally I love reading poetry. I always have. And I'm sure that has been part of my writing. So read. And you have many advantages by the way you read, because as you say, I'm sure all of you could now go out and read Philip Levine and you will see his poetry, for instance. And I guarantee that you will like him as well. So there's another name you can go and investigate.
Levine?
Levine, Philip Levine. And he writes hard, gritty, workplace, urban, dusty, garbage-type poetry, but it is beautiful. Now, I mentioned this already. Work hard at your poetry writing. Work hard at it. It isn't simple. It is not simple. Inspiration poems sometimes come, and you're lucky if they come, and sometimes inspiration poems are wonderful. No doubt about it. But generally, it's working hard. I mean, I was reading the other day about a cache of Samuel Taylor Coleridge, who I've already mentioned. Another poet, look up, wonderful poet. They discovered a lot of his papers. What did they discover in those papers? Draft on draft of poems that were famous. Let me give you one example, which I find extraordinary, and I certainly have never got to this length, but just to show you. You may or may not know the famous poem, The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. It is one of the great poets of the English language.
The Ancient
And if you do not know it, go and read that, The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. It's a wonderful, wonderful poem. They discovered in Coleridge's papers 100 drafts of that poem. 100 drafts. Now, what that does not say is that how many did he crumple up and never preserve?
Yes.
What was preserved was 100 drafts. I'm just giving you that as an example of writing poetry is not something you dash up and say, that's genius, that's good, that's great. Now, I don't know what all of you feel about this. I have a feeling all of you are going to scoff at that and say, no, that's
Enough.
no, what I'm just giving you perhaps an extreme. I'm not telling all of you to take 100 drafts of what you write, but I'm just giving you that as an example that writing poetry is not a simple thing. And I just give you the example of sort of work hard at it. I find that most times less is more. I refer to Cardinal's 7 Rule 7, which I tend to believe in. It's not always true again, no rule is that true, effective writing poetry, but condense. Less is more. Generally, I find that. Let me give you an example of that. What I found, and I was telling Landon, I think Paloma the other day, when Arthur Seymour, the great Arthur Seymour, there's another Guyanese name that go and get him and read him, please, A.J. Seymour.
And his centenary is coming out next year.
He is not the greatest poet that Guyana produced, Martin Parker is undoubtedly that, but he was a very good poet, and he was Guyana's greatest man of letters. He was a wonderful man. I knew him. I was joint editor with Arthur Seymour of Kaiko Road between the years 1984 and 1989 when he died. But Arthur Seymour, when he died, I was looking at all his papers, and including his manuscripts, and I always remember he wrote in his life that I discovered 538 poems. In his collected poems, 126 or 138 or something are actually published. He wrote 538 poems. Now, one of the things that I found very interesting, there was one particular poem that in his beautiful, lovely calligraphic handwriting he had written, and it was a beautiful poem, about 20 lines long. I can't remember what it was about. And I recognized this poem, vaguely recognized it, as something that he had published. But I couldn't find it in his published works. I eventually found it, and what it was when he published it, it was a long, long poem, about 4 or 5 pages long. But the poem that I discovered in his papers, the poem that he had written, was obviously an earlier draft, perhaps even one of the first 5 or 6 drafts of the poem. Much, much, much shorter. And quite honest, much better poem. What had happened there was an interesting thing. You've also got to watch. Is that he had written a poem obviously down. It was a beautiful poem. It was more an inspiration poem, which he then tried to convert into an accumulation poem. He said, no, it can't be as simple as this. And anyway, there's an idea here that I want to develop. And he went on and on developing it into a 4-page poem, and it wasn't anything like as good as the short poem. And that to me has always stood as an example of how less is more. That was a perfect example of it. And it's often the case that less is more.